Hi students, this lesson is about the botanical gardens, the next topic in your first unit. We already discussed two topics in the first unit. That is, first topic is about the fundamental aspects of the taxonomy, that is about the identification, nomenclature and classification in the taxonomy, which is a very important question. And the another topic we discussed already, it's about the herbarium, the significance of herbarium, the uses of herbarium and the role of herbaria and the important national and international herbaria. We have seen that. And after those two topics, the next topic is about the botanical gardens. And I have posted some videos, the very topmost 10 botanical gardens in the world and also topmost 10 botanical gardens in the India. You might have seen already those videos, and you might have get an idea about what are the botanical gardens are all about. Okay, and now coming into the botanical gardens, it's just a garden. Botanical garden is a garden. Botany means, it's dealing with the plants, the science dealing with the plants, study of plants, it's known as the botany. So botanical garden, so garden is an open, it's like a normal garden, which is here in the botanical garden. Actually the works like collection of the plants and the cultivation of the plants, and there in the garden they will display a wide range of plants, and those plants will be labeled with their botanical names, like their scientific name, the order of the plant and the family of the plant, the class of the plant. So along with all those details, the label, the plants were labeled in the botanical gardens. So botanical gardens sometimes may consisting of special plant collections, like tropical plants and other species of the plants. Tropical plants means the plants which grow in high temperatures. So they are known as the plants which normally grow in the tropical regions. So those plants are known as the tropical plants. Sometimes botanical gardens consisting of the tropical plants. So botanical garden, it's nothing but a garden. So in that garden, so actually there will be a collection of plants, and then the plants will be cultivated, the collected plants will be cultivated in a specific procedure, and then they will display all those collected and cultivated plants in a wide variety of plants, and those plants will be labeled with the their classification. Okay, so that is known as the botanical garden. So botanical gardens, normally there are many types of botanical gardens. For example, first type will be the cacti and succulent plants, means the botanical garden consisting of the plants like cactus varieties and also the succulent plants. Okay, and then second one is like herb gardens. Herb gardens means the gardens consisting of all the herbaceous plants. Herbs means very small sized plants, and which normally measures in centimeters in length. So those are known as the herb gardens. And the third type of botanical gardens will be like of greenhouses and shade houses. Just like how in the Kadiyam nurseries, you might have already known about the Kadiyam nurseries, and you might have visited the Kadiyam nurseries also, as we are very nearer to the Kadiyam nurseries. So those in nurseries, if you go and see, then those nurseries full 40% of nursery space consisting of the greenhouses and the shade houses. So such type of gardens are one type. And then fourth type of botanical gardens will be like tropical plants. All the botanical garden full area consisting of the tropical plants, means the plants which grow in high temperatures. And the next type of botanical gardens full consisting of the medicinal plants. So the botanical garden here is actually the medicinal plant garden. Total botanical garden consisting of all the different various species of medicinal plants. And the sixth type of botanical gardens consisting of aromatic plants or sometimes textile plants. So aromatic plants means they consisting of the botanical gardens consisting of full of aromatic plants. They emit some aroma. They are having some aromatic glands. The plants which are having the aromatic glands and emit some aroma, they are known as the aromatic plants. So such type of botanical gardens are also there. And some botanical gardens are filled up with textile plants like cotton, jute and silk, so whatever cotton plants and all that. So they are known as the botanical. So here the point is, botanical gardens means in some botanical gardens, garden consisting of so many various of wide ranges of species of plants, and some botanical gardens are very specific, like the full garden consisting of the herbs. Maybe the full garden may consisting of the cacti plants, cactus plants, like Opuntia and all those. and some gardens consisting of only the succulent plants, and some gardens consisting of tropical plants. So like that the gardens differs, and some gardens may consisting of sometimes the exotic and beautiful plants. So here the Luca Guinea, he is the same time scientist who is concerned with the herbarium. The same scientist who discovered the herbarium, he is the same one who first identified the botanical garden concept. So he was the first person to establish a botanical garden on scientific lines in the year 1543 at Pisa in Italy, in the country Italy. So now today in the world there are nearly 600 botanical gardens. Important botanical gardens are 600 are there. So the scientist concerned with the botanical garden is Luca Guinea. And if we go actually into the information about the botanical garden, major botanical gardens in the world are like here you are seeing in the PPT slide, like major botanical gardens in the world are so many. So very important botanical gardens are here given in the list. Like very famous one is the first one is Kew Royal Botanical Gardens, which is present in London in the country England, and it's founded in 1840, and this Royal Botanical Garden consisting of 30,000 species. And the second one is like Longwood Gardens, which is present in Philadelphia, USA country, and this botanical garden consisting of 10,000 species. And the next one is Montreal Botanical Garden, which is in Canada. It's established in 1931. And next one is Hawaii Tropical Botanical Gardens, 1984, established in. It consisting of 2,000 species, 125 families, and 750 genera. And the next one is like it is present in the Italy University of Padua. It is known as the Padua Botanical Garden, which is located in Italy. Next one is the Jardim Botanio, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil country, in Rio de Janeiro place. It is established in 1808, and it consisting of 6,500 species. And the next one is Brooklyn Botanic Garden, which is present in New York City in the USA country. It's established in 1910. And the next one is Singapore Botanical Garden, which is present in Singapore, and it was established in 158 years back, and it mainly that botanical garden exclusively consisting of so many orchids. And then the Royal Botanical Gardens, which is located in Sydney in Australia, which is established in 1816. And the Denver Botanical Gardens, which is present in Colorado from USA. And the next one is Kirstenbosch National Botanical Garden, Cape Town from South Africa, which was established in 1813. And the Nong Noch Tropical Botanical Gardens, which is a very famous botanical garden, and it's very beautiful botanical garden, which is present in Thailand, and which was established in 1980. So these are the major botanical gardens which are present in the world. And now coming to India, major botanical gardens in India are like you might have seen the videos, like right, botanical gardens video, important botanical gardens and major botanical gardens in India video you might have seen. I have sent you the link. And this major botanical gardens in world also you might have seen the video which I have sent to you. And then coming into the major botanical gardens in India, they are like the Lal Bagh or the Mysore State Botanical Garden, which is located in Bangalore, and the second botanical garden, Lloyd Botanical Garden, and then Darjeeling National Botanical Garden is there, and in Lucknow Botanical Garden of Forest Research Institute is located there, and in Dehradun Indian Botanical Garden is there, and in Calcutta the largest botanical garden of India, it's in Calcutta, and in Pune also one garden is there, Empress Garden, and Jawaharlal Nehru Tropical Botanical Garden and Research Institute, which is located in Trivandrum in Kerala state, which is very botanical garden, which is very big botanical garden, the biggest in India, and it conserves the largest number of plants in Asia. So in the Asia, more number of plants will be conserved here in the Trivandrum place in Kerala state. Next one is the Botanical Garden of the Department of Applied Botany at Mangalore University, Karnataka. So this is also the Botanical Garden which is located in Karnataka. And the next one is Botanical Garden near Saranpur in the state Chandigarh. And the next one is Jhansi Botanical Garden, which is located in Jhansi in the Uttar Pradesh state. So these are the major botanical gardens and famous botanical gardens in India. So now coming to what is the significance of botanical gardens. Significance means the importance of botanical gardens. Today there are about all the total like 2500 botanical gardens, and very famous were like 600 botanical gardens, and altogether 2500 botanical gardens were there in the world today. and they are cultivating more than like 6 million living plants. 6 million living plants are there in these all botanical gardens. About they are consisting of in these 6 million living plants, 80,000 species are there. So 80,000 species are being conserved in the botanical garden, and these botanical gardens very importantly play a role in the ex situ conservation and global plant diversity. Ex situ conservation and in situ conservation. Coming to these two words, in situ means the plants which are being local, which are being habituated to a certain specific habitat and which are being normally available in local habitats. So they are known as the in situ plants. Means those type of plants, if we want to grow the type of plants, we need to grow, we need to adopt or we need to develop the same type of local atmosphere and the same type of the habitats, and then only the plants can grow. So such type of conservation of plants by actually maintaining and adopting the same environment of the plants which they normally grow in a natural habitat. Like the plants normally grow in some natural habitat, right? So if you want to grow the plants, so you have to build up the natural habitat again, like the plants, like the habitat which the plants will normally grow. So that, and through that you can conserve the plants. So such type of conservation is known as in situ conservation. Ex situ conservation is like the plants are growing in different various habitats surrounding the world. So if you want to conserve the certain varieties of plants, certain species of plants, then you are actually taking out the plants from their natural habitat, and you are conserving the plants in other areas which are thousands of kilometers away from their natural habitat. So such type of conservation is known as ex situ conservation. In situ conservation means you are conserving the plants in the same environment, in the same natural habitat, without being actually removing the plants from their natural habitats. That is known as the in situ conservation. So these two types of in situ conservation and ex situ conservation are being happened in the botanical gardens, are being taken care by the botanical gardens. So here in the botanical gardens actually so many scientific activities will happen, like conservation of plants and protection of plants, propagation of the plants. Propagation means multiplication of the plants, and the horticulture practices like all the vegetable and the fruit crops are being cultivated here by practicing the specific by following the specific practices of horticulture. And also the seed science research is being happened normally in botanical gardens using the botanical gardens, and botanical gardens play a very important role in taxonomy and in systematics, and also in the areas like genetics and biotechnology. And botanical gardens also play an important role in education and restoration ecology. Ecology means study of the environment, or a study of the environment and habitats. So that is known as the restoration ecology. Restoration ecology in this area also botanical gardens play an important role, and also botanical gardens are helpful in for public education to some extent. Why? Because by visiting the botanical gardens, public will be normally interested to know about what type of plants are in their botanical gardens, what type of species are being grown, and which practices are being shown in the botanical gardens. So normal public also gets attracted to those botanical gardens and the practices being done there. So normal public also, they also indulge in conserving the species and also the growth of the particular plant species. So in this way botanical gardens play an important role in so many areas of the not only the science but also in public awareness. So botanical gardens, they are just like we discussed, they serve as the very important tools for the taxonomic and systematic research. So majority of the taxonomic research is being done with the help of botanical gardens. Why? Because the botanical gardens or the area of the plants which there will be so many thousands and lakhs of species are being grown and are being conserved there. So naturally the taxonomists, so they use the botanical gardens as an important aid. Botanical gardens helpful in the taxonomic research and systematic research, and they also play an important role in they are the very valuable sources. Botanical gardens act like valuable sources of the plant ecology. Means we can actually analyze the type of plants and the species of plants, the variety of plants in relating to the environmental habitats, means the type of habitats which they are growing. So actually this type of analytical studies and this type of research about the climate, habitats and the specific plants which are growing in the specific habitat. So these type of all studies can be done with the help of, basic studies can be done with the help of these botanical gardens. And the data collection is also very easy for all the scientists and for all the researchers by using the botanical gardens. Why? Because botanical gardens consisting of the various thousands of species, and so they can use those species in their research. And also for the phenological indication of climate change, means the climate change, the change in the climate studies also can be done with the help of the botanical gardens. And not only this, some areas like plant physiology and genetical studies and the plant growth studies, and not only that, the interactions between the plants and animals, all these areas can be explored with the help of the botanical gardens. So in all these areas, botanical gardens play an important role in the research wise and education wise and also awareness wise. So nearly 6.13 million accessions are there in botanical gardens. So they are consisting of more than 80,000 taxa, just like we discussed above. These botanical gardens around the world nearly conserve 80,000 species of plants, and mainly the botanical gardens are mainly helpful for the already extinct species and already threatened species. The threatened species and the plants which are in the plants which are being listed in red list and which are almost being extinct. So these type of special, precious and the threatened species will be conserved in the botanical gardens. Thereby it will be very helpful to conserve the plants like this. Means threatened species will be protected in the botanical gardens. They can be collected, they can be cultivated and they can be grown, thereby preventing the extinct of those threatened species. So here just like we discussed, major aim of botanical garden, it's to create and support collection of native taxa. Native means the local species. Mainly botanical gardens will collect the local plants and the local species, and they'll grow the local species, and they build and they maintain the stocks of the local species. And this can be helpful in the in situ conservation and also sometimes in the ex situ conservation. And in this way the botanical gardens helps to create a sustainable environment in the world. So these are all the very important points and the very important role of the botanical gardens in all these areas. And then coming into the role of the botanical gardens, like just like we discussed, botanical gardens they play a very important role in taxonomical studies. They provide very valuable information of the plants belonging to various local flora, local flowering plants, and also about the bonsai plants and the very rare plants. So these are actually botanical gardens actually act as outdoor laboratories, just like how the laboratories are inside normally. So these botanical gardens act like the outdoor laboratories for all the students and also for all the researchers and the scientists. And also botanical gardens, they supply so many varieties of species. They supply so many varieties of seeds, flowers, fruits, and for all the botanical research, scientific purposes, and also can be, and all these types of varieties can be displayed. They can be taxonomically, means all these plants and seeds and flowers and fruits, all these can be taxonomically, they will be based collections. Taxonomically based collections means all these plants will be taxonomically divided into a systematic classification, like which plant belongs to which family, genus, and what type of cultivation method is used for growing the type of plant, and how the native plants are being actually collected, and some useful plants like medicinal plants, aromatic plants, textile plants, all are also will be conserved in the botanical plants. And the information about all these very precious medicinal, aromatic and textile plants and their classification and their cultivation methods and how they collected and their ecology, all ecological, environmental conditions and their habitat, natural habitat. So all these can be studied by using the botanical gardens. And the main important role of the botanical gardens is the conservation. Conservation means, just like I said, in situ and ex situ conservation. In situ conservation means, once again I am repeating, in situ conservation means, if the plants, if we have to conserve the plants, so those plants we need not pluck out the plants from their natural growing habitat. We have to conserve the plants in their same natural habitat. So such type of, without disturbing their actual growing habitat, natural habitat. Such type of conservation is known as in situ conservation. And ex situ conservation means, if we have to collect the plants from 1000 kilometers, 10,000 kilometers away, so those plants will be collected, and those plants, if those plants should be conserved and grown, and then you are actually conserving those plants in ex situ type. Means you are not growing the plants in the same habitat. You already collected the plants from 10,000 kilometers away from your area, and you collected the plants, and you are growing the plants in your area. Means that is not the natural area, natural growing area of the particular plant. So in this type of means, you are separating the plants from their natural habitat, and then you are growing the those plants in different habitat, and then you are conserving them. So that type is known as the ex situ conservation. So for in this in situ conservation and ex situ conservation, both these types botanical gardens will be helpful. And these botanical gardens also helpful for propagating the, just like I discussed, the propagating the rare species, and also helpful for the maintaining the biodiversity, like species diversity and genetic diversity. Means because of the botanical gardens are there, because in the botanical gardens they are conserving lakhs of plants, lakhs and thousands of various different of species. So much diversity botanical gardens are responsible for maintaining the plant diversity, genetic diversity and species diversity, and they are also protecting the rare plants, and they are also protecting the threatened plants. Okay, so in this way they are promoting the diversity by having the variety of species. And coming to the other roles of botanical gardens, it's like botanical gardens helpful for education. Means they actually, these botanical gardens are helpful for in the different courses for the different course students. Like just you are there, you are the botany students. If you want to collect, if we want to collect some medicinal plants, and if you want to create a herbarium which is exclusively for the medicinal plants, then these botanical gardens also will be useful. In some gardens which are being specific for medicinal plants, or whatever the plants you want to collect, whatever the type of plants you want to collect and preserve, so all those plants will actually be 70 to 80% of the plants will be available in the botanical gardens. So in this way, their botanical gardens are helpful for the education purpose, and also these botanical gardens will be helpful for the horticulture practices, and they are helpful for practicing the hybridization techniques, plant propagation, and these many education programs like workshops, student workshops, and the training programs for the teachers, students, and the natural scientists. So all these will be made possible by the botanical gardens. And also botanical gardens, just like we discussed, they will be helpful in public services also. Means like if the botanical gardens are having many thousands of beautiful plants, exotic plants, very attractive plants, and these plants will actually service the public. Means they provide the enjoyment, they provide the happiness, they provide peace to the public. So this is, in this way, botanical gardens, it's a public service, and these plant species actually they provide the public instructions. Like when the public visits the botanical gardens, they can observe the plants, and they can observe the growth pattern of the plants, they can observe the practices of the plants, how they are grown, and they can actually collect those plants from the gardens, and they can maintain the home garden in their own houses, and they propagate the same type of plants. And they also helpful in the plant resources maintenance. Okay, and they can actually get the money by sale or by exchange. So in all these manners, botanical gardens are helpful for public services also, and public inclusion also. And then main purpose of the botanical gardens is like enjoyment and aesthetics and recreation. Means they attract the people, mainly the people who are being attracted to the plants, beautiful flowers. So all those will be mainly attracted to the botanical gardens, and they actually can make the gardening their hobby. So in this way, botanical gardens are giving enjoyment to the people, and they are being offering the peace and happiness. And sometimes botanical gardens they are being responsible for creating the employment also. They are creating the jobs in botanical garden, but for maintaining the botanical garden, for growing, like Kadiyam nurseries are there. So in Kadiyam nurseries thousands of Kadiyam nurseries are in those Kadiyam nurseries thousands of people were working there, means those type of Kadiyam nurseries, which is a very famous botanical garden, famous nurseries in the whole world. So that type of nurseries can create the jobs also for the unemployment youth, for the young botanists also. In that way also botanical gardens are very useful by creating the jobs or by creating the employment. And botanical gardens can be helpful in altering the temperature of the earth also, means if at all the temperature is high, so the plants or the trees in the botanical garden can reduce the temperature, thereby reducing the temperature of the earth, and thereby helpful indirectly in the process of photosynthesis and also in the process of transpiration. So these are all the linked type of reactions, and cooling the temperature of the earth and aiding in photosynthesis, helping in photosynthesis and transpiration. So these are all the role of botanical gardens, and this is a very simple topic and very small topic, and at the same time it is very important topic, the botanical gardens, and it mainly comes from short answer question. Okay, and hope you understood the topic. We discussed in this presentation like what is botanical garden, and who discovered the botanical garden, the scientist, and what type of botanical gardens are there, and the important botanical gardens throughout the world and throughout the India, and also the role of botanical gardens and the significance of botanical gardens, and the importance of the botanical gardens in various areas of biology. Okay, and learn carefully this topic and prepare your notes for the exams. Okay, all the best.